I think it's such an amazing conversation. And the first thing that always comes to mind when I think of this verse, a good friend of mine that I have back in Phoenix, Arizona, he has a nonprofit ministry and it's called Hope for a Future. And it's all based on this verse. But the irony is that his ministry is actually helping kids that have gone through and are in foster care. So their hope and their future is extremely fuzzy. Their hope and their future is in a really tough place. They're not living in comfort. They're not living in a place where they have all the boxes checked and they've arrived and they're very, very comfortable. So at the end of the day, that's why he chose this verse, is because as you'll get into the context of this passage, they're at a place where they're going through and will continue to go through a tremendous amount of trial. So I think we've got to take this verse and we got to understand that there is a hope and a future. And then even when he talks about it to his foster kids, he brings them to a place of God's promises. He brings them to a place of saying, okay, sometimes we get stuck in the current reality of what we don't have. And yet there is a beautiful hope and a beautiful future for what God is doing in your life. And you might not see it right now. It might not be in this season, but God has a beautiful plan and a beautiful hope and a beautiful future for your life. And let's dream together and trust the promises that God has given us. So I love that he chose the verse, because the verse is for a bunch of amazing teenagers in Phoenix. About 30,000 kids live in that foster care place there in the Valley of the Sun in Arizona, where we're both from. And they're both seeing not much hope and not much great future. But again, there's great hope and great future when we start to see the promises that God has for us.